We're good. Hi. Sorry, I forgot my mic doesn't work. Nailed it. First try. First try. First try. First try. First try. God, the preview screen is so different on YouTube than Twitch. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I would also like to introduce on this stream a very special guest who will also know a lot more about doing the art stuff. I'm so good with words. Nini, how are you doing?
Hi, everyone.
That's no. I don't think I have your PNG tuber on here anymore. No,
It's okay.
it's okay.
It's
We'll have to work with it. Would you be able to talk to chat real quick? I still need to hit post on the music video stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can talk with them.
Thanks.
Hi everyone. I am the person who
They're the one that
Let me
drew the
just
wedding.
say,
Get him! Get him!
I'm the I'm the hey now these are my OCs. Hi everyone. I am the artist, animator, uh
Storyboard,
director of
director.
yeah, everything. I made that whole thing. Matt
Etc.
helped a lot with the flat colorings, which was super helpful. Let me just say it was extremely entertaining watching everyone's reactions to the bridge and the ending.
The
Did
no!
I cry
No! The
animating it?
second,
No,
second
I
the
did
wedding
not.
came up was so funny.
I did not cry making it. I was actually laughing and rubbing my hands together like a scheming little fly. It was it was great. Lee Pendragon, thank you.
Ah, torture.
Torture. Torture.
I'm
Please
so
tell me there's a happy ending. I will let Mads answer more questions about like the little things of the video. I'm taking note of some of the questions that are coming up. Um, because these are her characters. Evil Nini. um, I adore your art. You've broken our hearts. Well, yep. You know, I. We're so to see you laughing. Yeah. Is there a happy ending? I will let Matt answer that. Again, these are her characters. I had a wonderful time drawing everything and planning everything and figuring things up. How did you come up with this idea? When Mads approached me with Sitting Pretty about a year ago, uh, no, a little bit before that actually,
I think
even.
so, yeah. Also, I'm so
Yeah, a
sorry.
little
So
bit
I think
before that.
things are going wrong. TikTok is telling me I'm stealing someone's music. It's my music.
It's
We're trying to
literally her
fix that
song,
real
guys.
fast.
Guys, Mads is copying some like her own music. That's crazy.
I am a
Um,
perpetrator of identity theft.
literally?
Literally,
Like,
yeah. I think it's
oh my
funny.
God. So the when Mads approached me with Sitting Pretty a little over a year ago, um this was we were still thinking she was still thinking about what to do with Dogbird at the time, right? And we were discussing like, oh, maybe they can have a happy ending, maybe we should let them suffer a little more. um she had mentioned at this time, after at this time Concept Without Proof was also being made, right? How long did it take to animate? It was, I'll get into that in a bit. It was a really long process. It was a lot of back and forth because we were still working on Concept Without Proof at the time, and then there was the album cover. A lot of art was being done in between everything.
Which is
So I
how it's
can't
so
give like a
amazing
definite.
that this music video is done and looks amazing as it does.
Yeah, it was a process. I had to do a lot of time management on my end, between like a lot of other things, but it was great. It was great, and I'm glad that I had the time that I did in order to finish it. But yeah, I can't give a definite answer, but I think about all in all, probably 3 to 4 months or so. Um, if I had to give the best estimate on that. But so when she approached me about Sitting Pretty, we were still thinking about what to do with these two characters, right? And at the time, she had also written Concept Without Proof, and we were really unsure about what to do with the Concept Without Proof at the moment. And I had to put my focus on Concept Without Proof first, and that was around the month of last November or last October or so. Um, so we had the idea of, oh, what if we made Concept Without Proof about Bird? So we made that about Bird, and that led to a really wonderful a realization of Sitting Pretty as well. Because in the end, Mads has expressed to me that with these two characters, it she didn't want it to feel as, and I'm just speaking on her behalf right here because she's busy posting right now. Um, uh, she didn't want it to feel as though one of the characters in this relationship after it was over to have quote unquote won in it. Like they are still unhappy on both sides individually in their relationship.
I don't want either of them to be looking up on like Instagram and being like, I won this breakup.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
right?
not
Like
what it's about.
they are both, because in the end, like they were. Dog was the perpetrator of the relationship, and it was very clear that Bird had to leave. But if you look at it objectively, they did not have like a terrible relationship to the point where they were so bad for each other, kind of deal. Rather, it was a lot of healing that they had to do individually. Was the wedding real? You tell me. No, no.
Does anyone know clawing positions?
Yeah.
So that's a fun fact for everyone. Does anybody know what clawing positions mean? Well, I would, still sort this out.
I would even say rewatch the music video and pay attention to the clawing ring when she turns it around, and come back with that if you do know anything about clawing rings.
Whoop whoop.
Well, like a right person, wrong time kind of situation. I will let Mads answer that. Yeah.
That's an interesting question because I know there's one here. I can pull it up because it's my desktop background. Wait, not on the one that's showing my monitor. Hold on, I can't find it. There is a piece of art that Nini drew for Art Fight. Was it last year? No, I think it was 2 years ago. Right?
No, I think
it was last year.
I think it was last year.
Okay,
I think it was last year. Yeah,
it was last year where it was like like an old Western AU of Dog and Bird that I absolutely fell in love with, and my thought with that is like I want that to be a happy ending. So my thought is they meet younger in that one. So maybe I think like if they had met when they were younger, things would be different. I think if they had met, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, actually, if Dog had met Bird, I feel like she would still be married right now.
So bad right now.
Just sitting in a house wondering why. It's like, this is what love's supposed to feel like? This kind of sucks. Why do women get married?
Why would women get married? Yeah, no. I will say something about the music video too, and this is just a technical part. I'm rewatching it now, without the premiere. I'm seeing a weird like shift between scenes.
So that is an actual thing with the video?
It might be. I don't know. I'm gonna look it back on my files and see if there's anything weird with that. But well, that could be figured out. That's fine. That's not a big deal. That could be figured out. I thought they met in high school because of the uniforms and Dogberg musical. No. They met in college.
Yeah, they met in college. Because her parents weren't around to make her feel too bad. At least not all the time. And then they dated, in my mind, they dated for a bit after college. That doesn't work out. I want to say it's at least been a year or 2, year and a half since the breakup is where my brain is at. Because it, like, Bird has their whole thing going on and they're being haunted by that one photo doing very well. And Dog is like, okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do what my mom wants, and we're just gonna, everything is fine.
I see
it's
some
not.
folks saying, I looked at the ring meetings. Oh, thank God, she's just engaged, chat. Yes, you guys are correct. If you look closely on the Claddagh ring, it is not in a position in where she is actually married. She is just engaged.
Woo! True. Also, I
Then
can't.
we have a bird POV. We already have one. It's concept without proof.
True. Those two are happening at about the same time. Actually, one of the original things we were gonna do for the ending of Sitting Pretty that we decided not to do because it wasn't awkward. It just wrote us into a corner. In case of like what we wanted to happen next. The music video was originally in my head going to end with I think that just went off on my Twitch.
Oh.
Oops. Can I turn
Whoopsie.
that off?
Whoopsie. You're live on your Twitch right now?
No, that's just connected to my Twitch alerts at all times.
Oh.
It was originally going to end afterwards with a phone buzzing and it's dog calling bird in the middle of the night. And then I was like, I don't think, the more I thought about it, I was like, that's really good for dramatics, but I don't think that makes sense. And if I ever want them to be back together again, I don't think that is a thing that needs to happen of like, hey, like, I know we broke up, I'm like, not Is no one hearing the trumpets? Am I the only one hearing the trumpets?
Trumpets?
Because from my alert.
No.
Okay, then maybe it's just me. But if Bird then had to like actually come and like pick up the pieces, I don't think that would really leave much room in their like potential relationship in the future. I want Dog to figure her shit out. Oh nope, that is happening on YouTube. Lovely. Why is this happening? Boo.
What is happening?
Stop it. I should not be getting any alerts whatsoever. Oh. We're gonna hope. Also, the delay might be like 30 seconds, even if I have it set to 0, because I don't know how YouTube works.
The delay between on YouTube stream is kind of insane. So I'm answering questions as we go. Yeah. So
okay.
I have your stream up and I'm reading the chat, but the answers to chat's questions are not answered until like 30 seconds later.
Holy cow.
So everyone,
sorry guys, I'm used to like a 10 to 5 second delay from Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch stream is just a lot better and like way faster. So
yeah.
Chat, if you are asking questions, we do see them. We'll ask them as we go. We'll answer them as we go. Just kind of wait like maybe like 30 seconds to a minute, and if we don't answer, feel free to ask again. Just so that we don't clog up the chat with like a bunch of questions. We promise we see them. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
so
by the time I see them, like here, it takes 30 seconds for that. Oh, hi, Chris. It takes 30 seconds for that to come up on your end. Let them call each other. Let Dog leave their boyfriend. I literally on the YouTube post, I still have to hit post on it. It says like, don't let your fiance stop you from finding your girlfriend. May I draw a bird? Is it like you can? Please draw. That would be awesome. If I want to get a better collection of fan art and start like showing it on posts and stuff. So if anybody wants to at me in that'd be awesome. I will be out of town. I'm going to be seeing my partner next week because it's been 6 months. Jesus Christ.
Yay! Break for Matt, guys.
So yeah, I will be.
Hell yes in the chat.
If Nini messages me, I will be saying fuck off. No, I'm kidding. If it's work related, I'm sending them a gif of a gun.
Yes, please. I'm in a please.
As an FBI agent at the Boston division, what's your favorite restaurant? What? I'm not an FBI agent. I know that's what an FBI agent is.
Black Cat 666 asks, in the line "You're kissing her back," is that in relation to Dog's past self, or does Bird have a new partner?
in my for the music video it worked out having it be a flashback, but when I was writing it, my thought was that this is like she's just thinking about what the rest of her life is going to be like and comparing them. So the whole what's supposed to be a fun little irony is that she is thinking at this moment that Bird's already, you know, like they're on like movie sets or doing like big photo shoots, and they're not. That is not what's happening on on Bird's end at all. But Dog is imagining like, this is what my life could have been. This is the life I could be sharing with them because they know how to be themselves and I don't. If that makes sense. For the music video, it made more sense to have that be a flashback so that it didn't seem like definitively like Bird has a new partner. I think Bird is very single right now. Just because if they try to go on a date,
is depressed and single and having horrible art block right now.
They don't want to date another straight girl on accident, guys. They don't want that.
Going through it.
What if the guy is secretly gay and this is all a lavender relationship? I don't know, man. I colored in that background behind him to be a golf course. I feel like.
Yeah. Okay.
Homie knows the difference between a drive and a wedge.
Some thoughts on my end from the artist's perspective when I was making this music video. Originally in the concept art and in the original storyboards, I did have it so that Bird was like with someone else. And I just kind of ran myself into a wall of like, I need to design new faceless characters for Bird to be with, right? And at this time, I think I was also thinking, okay, as much as how do I differentiate that this is all Dog's like imagination and not like an actual reality, right? And I thought Concept Without Proof could really hone that in, but I didn't have those parallels in Concept Without Proof, really. The only real parallel that I had with Concept Without Proof was the very first thing was you're setting the scene, and there's a very clear scene in Concept Without Proof where Bird is at the table and at an art show trying to like relay their stuff out, but the people around them are all like, hey, we want this specific thing, and they're clearly upset about that. As for the man in this video, he is kind of just a generic, like, blank slate kind of dude. Like the typical guy that your mom would probably really like. And, you know, like, that's just kind of how he came out to be. I actually went back a little bit and looked at some of the My Love is Sick lyric video images that I did. He is very similar to the man that I drew in the Love After You picture frame.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know what? You know what that means, OC lore-wise? Her mom thinks she can make her have a type.
Yeah, he's actually extremely similar to that. So. Or maybe her mom just has a type. I don't know.
She's like, I need my daughter to date a blonde. I just need it.
Yeah.
John Mann, inventor of being a man.
Yeah.
But do a hate campaign. Just have some random person be like, hey, this is why, like, X character is problematic and why we should cancel him. Do what people are doing to Jax right now, to this faceless bitch.
He has a total of, like 5 seconds screen time, yes. I can't wait for the faceless OC fan cam.
Is there a specific kind of bird and dog to symbolize and connect to bird and dog? With bird... I can't remember if we chose, like, specifically a blackbird. I know some of the inspirations I also had were, like, ravens. Any kind of darker bird, like a dark colored bird is usually what I associate with bird. Because I feel like if it's the Western AU, I want to say crow so badly, you know? Mm-hmm. Which I still need to pull up the photo for that. But if it's like this current one, I feel like I know what blackbirds look like. I might not know what blackbirds look like. I probably don't know what blackbirds look like, actually.
Blackbirds are your typical like, if you think of a bird and you make that bird have black feathers and is a black bird, then that is a blackbird.
And then for dog, it's been a mixture of a beagle, a pointer, and a golden retriever. Those have, like, kind of been interchangeable, depending on what props I could grab from Michael's and Amazon, and like those dogs' specific purposes. Because correct me if I'm wrong, golden retrievers are also technically hunting dogs. They're just meant to go retrieve the dead animal as opposed to like hunting it themselves. And pointers, yeah. And then beagles are hunting dogs in a different way, where they a lot of barking.
I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but the expressions on the mom were so good, like the nuance of her expression being upset and angry, but also trying to save face and remain in control. Chef's kiss. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
He's very good.
Especially since she has no eyes.
True. Nini's so good at expressions. Bird reminds me of a purple martin. Oh, I'm gonna look up purple martin.
That's a really good choice, actually. Sorry, I'm an animal person, so you
very much are an animal person.
Point.
Yes.
You make a good point there.
Nini is the animal expert. I was sitting in that meeting today, Nini, for the Hate That Music video. And I was like, yeah, so like what birds, I know like you were talking about like, you know, like these are like two lovebirds, but like what birds are they? He's like, no, they're lovebirds. And I'm like, oh, that's a thing with birds? That's a bird type. I was like, I saw one that was kind of green and thought it was a budgie.
No, lovebirds are
Purple
lovebirds.
martins are so
they
pretty.
Are called lovebirds. They are. They're
Here, let me
gorgeous,
get fancy.
Gorgeous birds.
Check it out, guys. The chat won't show up because I have to change the overlay, but
Nini, can you give me a push to finish the character art for my game? Do it.
Just do it.
The
Don't let
longer
your
you
dreams
procrastinate, the less you'll get closer. You won't get any closer. You could do
list
it.
People to cancel so far goes the mother and the man. Yes. Have you ever written something you thought sounded cringy even if it was true? I've written a whole song that was cringy. Completely. One of my friends, Tristan, really likes one of the Denki songs that I wrote in college, and I had to break it to him that my chorus and everything else I wrote for that song was so bad that the first time I showed it to Josh, I was also kind of cringing, and he's like, I think you just gotta scrap this one. It was a very humbling experience. It was not a good... And maybe I take another swing at it. But I think the thing about if you're writing like a whole song that you don't like, it's fine to ditch it. Like, that's not a bad thing. It is good to practice finishing songs. But something I was always taught by Mr. Pat Pattison, I've got his textbook over there. Hey, if you want a Berkeley education, by the way, actually, I'm gonna grab this because my alma mater sucks. Don't mind the mess in my room. Be nice.
Love the Pride Month photo of dog and bird together really broke my heart in a good way because like this was them.
That was Nini's idea, and they're a bastard for it.
I put them in Pride together.
You a bitch.
And Mads had the wonderful idea of, I don't know if dog would be okay with wearing all of the Pride makeup, but they are, like, she is still there with Bird in support.
Yeah.
So Bird is the one that has all of the Pride makeup, and some of it is smeared onto Dog, and Dog is clearly happy there, but she herself is not yet comfortable expressing herself in that way. I felt like that was a good callback to that sort of thing, you know? It's like she's so happy being herself here, clearly, in comparison to who she is throughout this music video.
Word. Yeah, I can give a Discord link. Before I do that, though, we have some ground rules to establish, okay? Because I don't know, I'm sure some of you are from Twitch, but if you're not, we got some quick ground rules when it comes to the Discord. 2 rules that are commonly not like skipped, people might forget them or miss them. 1, if you want to talk to me about a business thing, please email me. Besides that, do not DM me. That's just an important thing. If there's anything you ever want to tell me, there's online DMs, there's other stuff, but I use a lot of Discord DMs for talking with friends or talking with like artists that I'm working with, so I want to avoid that being cluttered. The number 2 thing, which is arguably more important, the server is set to PG-13. Our rule is if you wouldn't hear it in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, you don't hear it in the server. Also, I think the auto mod has just been blocking swears, but in general, I cuss a little bit like a sailor, but I am an entertainer on a screen for other people. A Discord is like a public square. And just like you wouldn't walk into the middle of a mall and start going, fuck, swear word, swear word, swear word. You wouldn't do that in a Discord. So now that we have those rules established, there's the link. Be nice.
Will the Q&A be available to watch later? I have no idea. I don't know how YouTube streams work.
I'm pretty sure the YouTube stream will stay up. Whether or not I want it to stay up forever is another thing. I'm used to VODs disappearing. But we shall see. My team has also been like, hey, like, it's probably good to post things besides just official videos so that YouTube knows you exist. So, like, maybe it just stays up. You've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean? They're allowed one F word. That's the whole thing with PG-13 movies. And the reason why I say Pirates of the Caribbean is, like, there's a big difference in, like, tone between, like, Love, Simon and Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean still has guns and high faring on the sea. So, like, we can get rowdy, but we have to get respectful. Be respectful. Maintain respectful.
Yeah, that was the question I was gonna bring up.
If I remember correctly, I think she's already wearing the necklace. Right? When she gets the earrings? No? Yes?
I can't remember. I will say that I think a lot of their feather jewelry is interchangeable.
Yeah, I remember this because this is what I talked about with Megan when we first started doing this. In some of the earlier scenes, Bird is wearing the necklace because eventually, either if it's through like I stole my boyfriend's hoodie, or it was a gift, Dog eventually started wearing that necklace too, and then that necklace went with them. So we were allowed one F word in our entire use of the Discord. I don't think AutoMod's gonna let you use it at this point. I think AutoMod's put a pretty... I was checking the mod chat recently of, like, the mod stuff, and I was just like, damn, they stop people from saying shit. That's really funny.
Draw Cab says, oh yeah, on the last stream you said there would be 2 Dogbird songs on the album. Is that including Cost Without Proof and Sitting Pretty?
Yeah, that's the 2 songs.
Those are the 2 songs.
Yeah. Again, there would have been... But that sounds like there was... Hold on. Brain. In a perfect world, I would have kept writing about Dogbird immediately afterwards, and then I hated AI so much that I derailed to make a different project. But luckily, the themes of those 2 songs still line up very well with what I'm trying to show. The hair symbolism is literally so good, and I'll drop another comment about...
Being free. Yep.
There's some... Hold on, I do have this photo at the ready. And these will probably be posted... I feel like the little
What are the pronouns of dog and bird? From my understanding, dog is she, her, and bird is they, them. Or they, she.
Yeah, they, she. Where is it? Where?
Cobb hates them.
Did somebody say...
Hi, Kave.
Did somebody say peak? Peak. Also, wait, I just realized, you probably need to be seeing my screen in real time.
I do need to be seeing your screen in real time.
There we go.
The
peak. Peak. Did somebody say peak? So I just realized my lighting is darker than usual. Oopsies. I can barely see this screen due to how much... Understand the vibe of the album now. I'm thinking of it.
Coco Carousel says, I don't know if this is intentional, but I just noticed on my replay of Sitting Pretty that it feels like dog references the bird dog thing way more than bird ever does. Yes, that is very true. So when I was storyboarding Sitting Pretty and Concept Without Proof, Concept Without Proof is a lot more focused on birds, like individual struggles, and yes, they yearn for the kind of relationship they had before, but with Dog it is so much more than that. It is so much more than just art block. Dog is quite literally yearning for what freedom was, and freedom was what she had in that relationship as a queer woman.
Also,
but now she's being locked back up into her cage. No,
somebody mentioned hair symbolism. This will probably be posted at some point, but these were the original ideas that Nini had for the hair, which had a lot to do with that.
It had a lot to do with it. Yeah, I had a lot of different ideas for what to do with the hair. I had originally thought about cutting Dog's hair to be like her mother's. Um, I went against that though because I still wanted like that free flowing kind of hair for that scene of her running away.
Could have had a cunty bob.
Could have had a cunty bob. Could have had a cunty bob. Didn't work out. It's okay. She can have one in the next one if there is a next one. We'll see. Oh yeah, people have been asking a lot of questions about it actually, Mads. Will these two have a happy ending?
If I were to say that it is something that is on my mind and I flip-flop depending on the day, is that a satisfactory answer or does that feel like a cop-out? Because I've had a lot of time to think about this. And when I first wrote the song, I was like, no, like they're never getting back together. And then as I started thinking about it, I was like, I don't know. I think I would like them to, and I feel like the consensus that I have come back to, and who knows if that's actually what I do, because the thing about songs is that, you know, they've usually been written a year or two before they come out. So my mind might change. Things might happen in my life that make me want the story to go a certain way. I think as of right now, they both need to find themselves a bit more. And I'm hoping they meet again. I think Nini once drew like a little comic where like I think I made a joke that they're both at a Trader Joe's or some shit.
Yeah, I did. Okay,
and they recognize each other and they're like, oh.
I don't remember where I put this comic. I legitimately don't remember. I don't know which sketchbook it's in, but I drew it just on a whim, and it basically went, Dog is out shopping. Dog has cut off all of her hair.
I was about to respond to
She has like a pixie cut. Yeah, she's got like a pixie cut and stuff. But like there, if I could jump through this screen. But yeah, she like gets a whole pixie cut. She is a completely different person. She's not dressed in her normal, usual like dress and skirts attire. She's in a hoodie and baggy jeans. Like she doesn't look depressed as hell, but she looks different. And Bird is back in her city, for whatever reason. I don't really know, but they see each other at the supermarket, and Bird is like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they have a small chat, but nothing really came about that after that. I kind of just, I was my worms were going. We were talking about Dogbird, and I was thinking about them. So,
hi Kurik. I do remember going to Utah. It was a very fun time. You know what? YouTube can get the Twitch treatment, and I can say things that I probably shouldn't. I will be going on tour this year. I can't remember what cities, though. That is all I can really say. I wish I knew better, but I think it's better that I don't remember so that I can say that it's happening and then just not disappoint anybody up front. Because I literally don't know.
Way later this year, right?
Yeah. So I think somebody asked, like, are you touring soon last night? And I was like, what's your definition of soon?
Like next month soon? Or
like people were also like, when's the album? Is the album coming soon? And I'm like, again, depends on your definition of soon.
Big things coming up. Big things coming up later this year. Whether that is soon or not soon, who knows?
I want to tour in the UK and internationally so bad. Here's the thing, and this is not anyone's fault. This is just a fact of life. International touring is incredibly risky, and the fun thing about me is I do have a large international audience, which is like kind of funny. It's why like every time my manager is like, yo, we should check for like an RIAA gold certification or like RIAA platinum. Every time we hear the same thing, bro, 50% of your streams are international. So no. It's like you need to get twice as many streams. But that comes with a risk of a lot of that international audience knows me for one song. So while I was able to take a risk very early on when I was working with my manager of doing like 3 shows in the US, the price of a test mode of that is like way higher. That's not me saying that I'm actively choosing to like not tour in the UK. I really want to, but in a similar fashion that I have to gauge that risk. So do venues in the UK. So TLDR, I want to. And yes, Brazil, obviously. Fucking Sao Paulo, #1. And then London. The U.S. is being
Brazil.
U.S. is being crushed. That trumpet is gonna keep going off no matter how many times I mute that thing. Okay.
Shout out Brazil.
Coming to New Mexico. I listen. You know, I was about to say something, and I'm like, I don't know what the tour dates are, but I literally don't. I know there's a Chicago one. Nailed it. I know there's a Nashville one because I fucking live here. Canada. I do think I'm doing one Canada this year, which I wish I could do more, but I am not. The pockets are not limitless. So there's no risk for them. Oh god, yeah. Oh no, I don't know what Perth venues are, honestly. Will no one know but the Crows ever be released? I wanted that song to be on this album, and we could not feasibly find a way for it to fit. On top of that, so for people who don't know, no one will know what the Crows is a song that is inspired by the little Western AU. And it's meant to be like the night they run away together. Ooh! One, there's still the logistical issue of like, I feel like that song has to be a duet. I don't know who to duet with. And secondly, it is one of those songs where the more I've thought about it, it would sound really nice if it was a guy and a girl singing, but just to have like that extra texture, and that's not how that song works at all.
It's a queer song. It's a queer song, guys.
Or at the very least, I don't know anybody in my life who could fit that range of like a much lower, like even like tenor range, that could sing that, who is not a dude. To Dallas or El Paso. Have I been to No, I don't think I have. I think I've been to San Antonio and another Texas city. Texas is very large. Very large. Perth, Australia.
Maybe you can find a deep woman voice.
Yeah, that's why I went like, I was like, crap, there are literally, like, contraltos exist and trans people, but I don't know any women who can fit that range in my day-to-day. I don't think I even know, well, I know people who can sing it who are non-binary, but I don't know anyone who, like, sings, like, for a living and, like, would know how to work out all the stuff for it.
Vesperium Virus says, I'm so excited for The Archivist to officially be released. I'm also quite excited. There's a song on this album that you guys, I don't know if you've released it on Patreon yet or not, never fails to make me cry. It actually is. I have to skip it whenever I play the album on my end because I just have access to that. Artist privileges.
Artist privileges.
Artist privileges. But I have to skip it because it will make me cry and then I can't focus. I think, yeah. No, yeah.
I will say the thing about reaching out to a fan base for that kind of stuff is I am someone who is of the mindset that if you're going to record a duet, it is preferred, and this term is going to sound weird, but hear me out. It's preferred to have like chemistry in the room and being able to like react off of one another. If it's going to be a fan thing, it is most likely going to be two people in two separate rooms singing together. I would want someone to be there with me, and I don't want to have to have someone like pay to be there, because I guarantee the normal pay to like be a someone to duet with, if it's not like a professional relationship, is not gonna cover the cost of travel. It just won't. God, I just saw your name is the Scissor Master. See you later. Oh, I had to give pause. I was like, huh? So, just released the Crows as a single? True. I would have to wait until this album cycle is over then. First Talk. Yeah, dude. That was okay. So this album was originally going to be an EP, right? And the EP was like locked and ready. And then I started working with a label, and they're like, "Yeah, cool. So this EP, switch out these two songs for these two songs." And I'm like, "Okay, so the thing is, all of these songs on this EP are about AI, and so like I need those to like all be together." And they're like, "Okay, fine, album." And I was like, "What?" And then we just kept going from there. And it ended up working out very well. I think I'm very proud of how this concept turned out. And I feel like I am always going to be an artist who does concept albums, which sometimes work, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. We see.
Maybe shit. What colors
Yeah.
would work for something Dogbird themed, like a bracelet?
Ooh, actually, oddly enough, probably pink and orange for dog.
Yeah, pink and orange for dogs.
Um,
For bird, I feel like it's always either been black and blue or black and green. One of those two.
yeah.
I feel like black and blue more.
If it's blue, I want to say like the kind of like light gray blue.
Yeah. So the person who is scheming like a little fly, making us cry, has a song making them cry. We are doomed a little bit.
You
Maybe
found
just a
my
little bit.
music through Erica Harlacker's 300 Days?
Whoa!
That's a crazy. Wait, that's
Whoa!
so cool actually. Because I'm so
That? I don't see that.
is it I think Mayim, green username. Sorry, green profile picture.
Yeah.
And then the water. Thank you so much for listening. If you've been here for 3 to 4 years, you've been here since the beginning of Dogbird.
Wow.
Ooh, yellow for sunflowers. Fuck. Shit.
That's good.
I didn't think. Look, it's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Look, it's genius.
Why
didn't I think of that?
Oh, yeah. How likely are you guys to see all fan art? If I am tagged in it, eventually. I am very bad at checking notifications. The best way for me to see fan art is if it's in the Discord. And then that is a literally I will see it eventually. I just listen. I'm very aware this is how I am, and many people have told me that this is part of whatever the ADHD. Okay, apparently got 80 HDs or something. 80 HD TVs, and they haven't sent them to me yet. When I sit down and go through fan art, I go through fan art. I make an afternoon of it. I think I'm honestly going to continue doing like fan art streams where I go through them because I want people to like actually see my first reaction because it's usually I guess the earlier student mentioned she was super excited. Oh, that's so nice.
Aww.
She's so cool. It was a pleasure working with her. It was honestly, I think that's she's the second person I've ever like done a commission work for. And she was so nice. I still think it was very, very funny. Where I was like, yeah, send me a demo of the song. And she sent me an a cappella song. I was like, yeah, I'll make this work. It's like, that's my bad, bro. I should have specified.
Bear Art YouTube asks, do you have any tips for starting a project like an album?
Ooh, I think the philosophy of just make it, you can make it good later is important. The first 2 times I made albums was in high school for a high school project. I'm not kidding. Shout out Mr. Gemco. You are the fucking best. Where we had like a music production class because this one teacher literally like got in contact with Apple and Avid to get us like notation software and access to Logic. The DAW, not the rapper. That'd be funny though. But for the level 3 version of it, you had to put out an EP. And apparently my little crazy ass at the age of 17 was like, can I do an album? And he's like, sure. And then that was a mistake. That was too much schoolwork. But I just wrote and recorded. And I took the best out of that collection and released it. Now, if someone was on like a professional scale doing an album, totally different. But most people aren't. And if you're doing art for yourself, like I was at the time, just make shit. Speaking of which, if you want to save yourself a lot of money on like tuition to a very expensive college that is now teaching classes about AI, fuck you, Berkeley. This book is almost the entirety of the songwriting curriculum. I have a degree. That was my major, was songwriting. This book is most of the curriculum. So there's that. First off, second off, one of the things that Pat teaches in his class is the whole idea of you have to write a lot of shit before you get to the good stuff. You have to keep writing. You have to keep up a pattern of it. That's the thing. Something I have to get back to. I need to get back to writing more consistently. Because all the bad stuff you write is going to help give you like a sense of taste to know what you actually want things to sound like. It's like the fertilizer that'll make better flowers grow. Also on top of that, one of the key skills of songwriting is not, Doja Cat, exactly, is not being able to like, okay, you know, Bruno Mars will be like, yeah, I wrote Uptown Funk in 30 minutes. That's all it took. And a lot of people will look at songwriting and say, you know, it's just, you can just come up with that. But the skill of songwriting is not being able to come up with a perfect line at the top of your head. The skill of songwriting is editing. And when you've done a lot of editing like that, you can speed run that process in your head and then come out with a really good line first try. And for some people, it does just become automatic. But to make a very long answer short, just start. Just start. If you have an iPhone, you have access to GarageBand on your phone. Please don't use Audacity for music, but if you really have to, it's possible. You can also just do a bunch of like voice note recordings of stuff. Just start. You can make it better later. Yeah. What's your favorite kind of fan art? Like characters being sad, happy scenery, any kind of fan art. Any kind of fan art. I've got a but that I guess that's more of a gift than fan art. But like I have a little crochet thing that somebody brought me that's like a little frog with a tiny booty. And I love it. That's the same with fan art for me. You could literally, I mean, like, okay, the one thing I will say is, like, please don't send me explicit images. Please don't do that. I'm very aware my fan base is not all 18 and up.
Or dangerous things.
True. But, like, if you were to show me, like, a photo of dog, because you drew her as a wet bourgeois dog, that's, like, the really long nose, I'd fucking love that shit. Read for you. Do it for you, Gurmy.
Baby Blue 2208 asked, do Dog and her mom have similar ear-shaped hair bits to symbolize the mom maybe had to mold herself in her past life, in her past like Dog does? I can't.
Fuck, it's genius. Why did I?
I had a feeling that was the case, but I did not design Dog's mother. That was Megane 98. Mm-hmm. I did, however, design the dad. The father was loosely based on a Schnauzer, and while not a hunting breed, they are farm dogs. They are usually meant to like help guard their families or chase vermin out, and that's kind of what he is. I imagine that Dog's mother just fell into the traditional role. I don't know if she had to mold herself at all.
Well, I guess quote unquote can't. Sorry, I was just answering a comment that I knew would like take a quick second. Can't like common dog name, kind of like Fido might be an outdated reference at this point, but I am used to if someone's talking about like a dog they don't know, they could also just like in casual conversation go, yeah, where the hell did Fido go? Yeah. Where like that's just something that's known as. Maybe that's just. I mean, I was raised by two boomers born in 1960. I'm not ashamed of that. I love my parents. But I'm used to like Fido being synonymous with a dog.
Yeah. When I used to work at Petco, which I could say now, it's fine. I don't work there anymore. We had a code called Code Fido, and that would be when dogs got off their leash and like tried to escape. And that's when like we would have to like block the doors to make sure that the dog doesn't like run out. It was called Code Fido. You know, it was just a random dog. It's a Pokemon reference.
Pokemon.
Is dog still in contact with Bird?
No, definitely not. I get the feeling that I feel like Bird blocked them first, and then maybe that blocking became mutual to prevent the thought of reaching out. Or at the very least, phone number wise, blocked. because I think it would be funny. I still think it'd be fucking hilarious. And I feel like this is a canon event where birds just like going about their day. They open Instagram and go, "Who fucking got engaged to a man?"
People you may know.
Yeah, just like absolute crash out moment. Their friends in LA are like, "Are you good?" And they're just like mumbling to themselves over coffee, like, "What the fuck? Where did I go wrong? What the fuck happened?"
This shit keeps fucking happening to me, man. I just don't know what to do with myself.
My dad says your voice reminds him of Brandy Carlisle. Wow, that's so nice.
Panda Girl 5542 asks, "Where did you get the idea of dog and bird?"
It was a weird combination of things. When I first started crushing on my current partner, I was for some reason putting myself through a massive guilt complex for no fucking reason. I mean, there were some reasons. But one of the things that like would stupidly weigh on me that like God, Josh had to hear so much of this was like, yeah, and like I have a cat and they have a bird and I feel like this is gonna be our relationship. And Josh is like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like, well, like cats want birds and they can't be together. Like, I was like, dude, I was a mess. It was fucking embarrassing. I'm so
Poor
glad
thing.
that you did not witness any of that.
Yeah, we were still.
I think you would have lost respect for me.
We were still. No, because we were still in a very extremely professional relationship at the time. We were working on
This
My
is
Love
before
Is
we
Sick, and I
sent
was
each other
doing-
memes.
Yeah, this was before we like truly started sending each other memes. We were still working on My Love Is Sick at the time, which was like one of your bigger albums. So I was like, oh, I have to lock in and do all this art.
But that similar thing evolved from I do have a fear of thunder. It used to be a lot worse. It's better now. But I was like at the kitchen table and a big bang of thunder happened and I jumped so much that I scared Yuji, who's sleeping next to me, and I was like, sorry buddy, I'm scared of thunder. Like and I literally was like, in my head I was like a dog, and I was like, write that shit down.
Write that down.
Write that down. And I usually write songs top to bottom, so that is kind of where that whole thing started. Makes me think of Fox and the Hound. In a second, it's like, wait, this could be an album. Well, the thing about that is, My Love Is Sick was originally not going to have an overarching, like, story to it. Dogbird was kind of just its own thing. And then while we were in the studio, Dogbird was going to sound very different originally. It was going to sound a lot more like Phoebe Bridgers and, like, sad and, like, very sad girl. And then in the studio, I mean, it's probably easier to just say my band, was like, hey, we want to try something else. And we wanted to have it, we wanted to give it a more rock sound. So we took a second. And then Carrick, who was playing guitar at the time, while we were doing that, like, everyone else cut out and he was just playing the chords underneath, and we're like, oh my god, that's so cool, keep that up. And then we were talking about having an extended, like, bridge section that was just super long. And I had a brain thing. I love the band Marianas Trench. I have loved them since I was in middle school. And something that they do in a lot of their albums is they will have songs that either end or begin an album that kind of work like Bohemian Rhapsody, where they'll just reference almost every song on the album that is relevant. And I was like, holy cow. I can see it aligning in my mind. I can do my dreams. Like, well, I did that on my first album when I was in high school with, I think is it called Can We Talk? The last song on my first album. But most of those were not references to other songs on the record. That was just me overlapping parts. But with Dogbird,
it all came together.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Pacefinder346 says, do you think dog or bird insta-stalk each other? And Panda Girl 5542 asks, why did dog start pushing bird away originally? Was it that she wanted them to be less affectionate?
I think dog insta-stalks bird. Bird tries to avoid it and still gets flashbanged occasionally. But sorry, what was the last question again?
Why did Dog start pushing Bird away initially? Was it that she wanted them to be less affectionate? Sunny 3765 replied to them and said that I feel it's sort of that, but also trauma and internalized phobia, homophobia, and not feeling like you deserve to be loved because of the way you fight / get angry.
Yeah, that's a pretty good interpretation of it. It is
And then people
simultaneously
singing, people screaming the lyrics of this chat. It's very nice.
I think it's the simultaneous, like, I don't want the people I love to hurt you because they hate who you are, and I don't want to get hurt by those same people, and I'm willing to hurt you to avoid that. It's a very difficult emotion to like fully encapsulate, and it's why I find it so interesting how many people will like take different interpretations of the song. This is totally unrelated. I do think it's really, really funny every single time some dude, and I'm sure he means well whenever this happens, but it's like, yeah, I'm so glad you like represented like girls who abuse men, and I was like, I'm gonna need you to take a second.
Hey man, hey,
are you
man.
ready for some information that might upset you?
Hey, so this is crazy, but
hey, so this is the thing.
Not what this is.
And like, I make it clear that like I intentionally wanted the more like the shorter, feminine presenting character to be the one that ends up doing the abusive thing. But yeah, no, that's always funny.
Layers to this, folks. There are layers.
Ogres are like onions. Onions have layers.
Onions have layers.
But what was I gonna say? If I just think about when it started, I feel like probably after graduation. Because after graduation, it's not like Dog has school anymore, and their parents, her parents would be able to visit, and that's when that could start getting very awkward. Where Bird's like, hey, why are you treating me like this now? Why are you pushing me away in public? Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And all that's going on in Dog's head is like, at any moment, someone could see something and tell my mom. Which her mom probably knew, but like that was probably pretty easy to figure out. But she just was like, so how's your friend doing? Having fun living with your friend? It's weird. Do they sleep on the couch? Like,
So you guys only had one room. What's up with that?
Yeah, I feel like
that the other one's like their studio room or whatever. Like,
yeah,
do
they also sleep there?
Are they like an artist? What is
that?
Do
the chemicals bother them? Like, what are men? What men? What is men? Hold on. I want to pull up my massive conspiracy page.
Oh yeah, your massive conspiracy.
I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this conspiracy page. It's very stupid, but that's what makes it fun.
Question: are there any canon nationalities / ethnicities for Dog and Bird?
Dog, in general, white, but I want to say like Irish Roman Catholic upbringing, hence the Clara. But I would say on average, like your average American mutt of European, your average European mutt. For Bird, for me, I place them as like Southeast Asian American. That's where I put them. I have heard other people like have their own like headcanons about that, and I say that's all fun and dandy. If you want to tell me that nope, I had it and I lost it. It'll come back to me. Fuck. If you want a headcanon like Dog as well, no, actually I think it's pretty important that Dog be white. Although, well, colorism exists. Like if you wanted to tell me that like you think that Dog's family is actually like Irish Venezuelan, like that works. That's fine. I say have your fun. I just know on my end, I never want to claim something for them without me having that intent ahead of time. Just because that can lead to some very messy situations of like, let's say if I said like, oh, actually, you know, this character could be this, and it's like, okay, well, when you put it in that light, now that's like a very bad stereotype. It's like, That's why I stick to what I originally said. Because I don't want to harm anybody. But yeah, I'm so sad Chad can't show up here.
Clockwork Plumes asks, is the dad compliant in the mother's behavior because he agrees with it or because he doesn't want to stoke the fire?
Mostly column A, a little bit of column B, is my thought. Yes.
I didn't even realize the St. Valentine's desk. I love all the references. So, fun fact, in the 3 flashbacks, I specifically referenced I Want to Be in Love Again, St. Valentine's, and My Love is Sick. It's the shelf from the single art cover of I Want to Be in Love Again. It is the direct, like, trash can and, like, the trash and the letter from St. Valentine's cover. And the wilted flowers are supposed to represent My Love is Sick.
Oh, shit. I thought it was, like, staring at the sun.
It could also be staring
like
at the sun.
the whole sunflowers. My thought was, like,
Yeah.
these not sunflowers, but there's plenty of flowers that look like sunflowers where, like, they've wilted.
Yeah, I was considering making them the black dahlias like I did, right? But I was like, oh, they don't show up as well, and it doesn't translate as well as wilted.
You're
so that's
cooking.
why I went with yellow flower petals instead.
Gas. Someone's in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, so when yeah, so when I made that and when I was boarding that, that was exactly what I was thinking when I did those.
Yeah. This. Oh my god. Ah!
Same room. It's the same room.
Pain
It's the same room.
without love. Pain.
The same
Can't
room.
get enough.
Mirroring.
Would you want to talk about the OCs that show up?
I would love to talk about the OC cameos that show up. Okay, so from left to right, or well, I guess I'll start from right to left on the you're setting the table scene there.
Yeah.
On the absolute rightmost, that is Mads' character, Anya Morose. This is an old character she had when when we were still super into Genshin. Mads still loves her to death. So that is Anya. The one next to that is my character Eloise Fior, which if you follow me on my like socials and stuff, you'll see I've drawn Eloise like everywhere all the time. It's like my OC obsession right now.
I love Eloise.
And then there's Bird, and then that's Tess, another OC of mine. She doesn't really have like a whole personality. She's got a brother that I didn't picture here, but she is kind of like this go-getter. She doesn't have a story. That's what I meant to say. She has a personality. She doesn't have a story. She's kind of a go-getter business girl, savvy businesswoman, that kind of deal. And then the one on the furthermost left is Maz's D&D character. Oh my god, why am I forgetting her name?
Amasha.
I'm so sorry. Amasha. That's Amasha.
Though she has a few names. But yes,
I'm
I'd love to go into her.
For some reason I was thinking Amira, like that's not it. That's not her name.
She's a drow wild magic sorcerer, but I would love to go into more detail about her, but there is a chance that people in my D&D group might maybe be overhearing, and I don't want them hearing her secrets.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep those close to the chest.
And then below that, the scene where Dog and Bird are in a party together. The one with the blue hair is my character Dex.
Wait, I'll see if I can pull up the photos that I have.
Yeah, and the one beside him is his boyfriend, Alanon. If you've been a longtime follower of mine, which I don't think any of you are, they are
of course
OCs
they are.
that I have had since
They're so cute! I love them.
Yeah, they are my silly little guys. Back when I had like 200 followers on Twitter, right? I was drawing comics of them and posting comics of them like every week, essentially, and they were like my fun little web series for myself. Yeah, they're my little guys. They were my Heartstopper before Heartstopper was a thing. Like, that's what they were to me. Okay.
They're so cute. I love them.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll make something with them. For the most part, they kind of just exist as their own thing, though. They helped me figure out a lot of like my own queerness and like yeah, it was. I think just some Nini lore here. I sorry, because these characters mean a lot to me.
Hmm.
Just some Nini lore. These characters helped me through a really tough time in my life. I had gone through a really bad breakup, and it was extremely rough in university. And these two, they were my little escape pod. They were my like means of exploring what it means to be a loving queer relationship without fully putting myself into it because I was so sensitive at the time. Um, but yeah, these two mean a lot to me. These are my little guys.
Can I say something for the meme?
Yes, you can.
Lesbians and their two fucking twinks. What is it with
Yeah,
that?
lesbians and their two little twinks. You can't get enough of them. You can't get enough of them. And the lesbian couple that you guys see in the music video, I did not design those actually. Those are so if you guys are ever
You
into
still designed them, but
I still like kind of designed them, but if you guys know about blind boxes, let me tell you something about blind boxes.
oh my
I have an
god.
addiction, and that is, besides Pokemon cards right now, which I'm trying to rein in, my new addiction right now is ball jointed doll blind boxes, and
Actually, I'll be
these
right back.
two
I
are
gotta
from
feed
a
Yuji,
series.
so feel free. Continue.
Okay, I got you. Um, Anything about music, any questions about music, I cannot answer. However, I can talk about art and other things and other questions you guys may have. Dog bird questions are totally fine as well. Maz and I have talked about them in length. But those two, they're from a series. I can't remember what series, and I won't encourage it because it is a money waster. Do not do it. Only do it if you have the means. I have the means. I've got about 5 of them sitting on my desk right now. Let me scooch up a bit. I'm late. Will this VOD be archived? I believe so. Um, I believe that this VOD will be archived, and if not, I apologize. I will see what we can do. Um, let me see. Let me see. Speaking of OCs, I've been wondering, do the characters from Sunset on Somerville have names? They do not. I have expressed this on many occasions, and I'll continue to express it because I think it's very fun. Those two characters don't have names. Those two characters don't have set stories at any, like, whatever you may think of. It's probably correct. Your theories on what their relationship is, or who they are, or what their names are, all of them are right. All of them are right.
Yee.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Do, 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 do. Let me read these down a bit. There's another one. There was another one about art. I can't see. Someone asked something about Oh, does anyone have tips on learning how to draw? I've been using Picrew, but I really want to draw them myself. Picrew is a great way to like design characters or get a base of characters. I've done that a couple times with my own characters, but drawing really is just something you have to sit down and do. Um, it depends on what you want to draw. If you want to draw humans, I would 100% recommend getting into gesture drawing. If you want to get a little closer and learn how to draw like their eyes, their features, proportions, you really just have to get in nitty gritty about it. My best advice to you: do studies. And everyone has different means of studies. There are tons of tips and tricks on YouTube, on the internet. Everyone studies differently. Me, what I like to do when I study is I will have a reference photo up and I will just draw what I see. I will just draw what I see. I'll try to replicate it as best as I can, and that's it. That's all I do. And people say copying is bad, tracing is bad. It is only if you try to profit off of it.
Yeah,
if you try to benefit
post
from
it, but it's a
Don't post
valuable tool for learning how to draw.
You do homework, right? You do homework for your teachers and stuff. You give it to your teachers, or you keep it for yourself. You give it to your teachers to get graded. You don't release that. You don't post it to the New York Times.
It is
You
like
don't
every
do that,
Miku is canon.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, every Miku is canon, exactly.
Miku is
Everything
canon.
from Sunset on Somerville is canon. Um, That I can't seem to. Oh, love your art style. How did you develop it? I just kept drawing. I just kept doing it. That's all it is.
I only have one thing to
But,
say. If you want to get into
yeah.
cats, so if you want to draw cats, get into warriors. Um,
If you want to draw cats, your best teachers will
um,
be Warrior Cat AMVs. I'm
also,
so
there's
serious.
a question that keeps coming up. The thing about the My Love is Sick album is that like some songs are legitimately for the both of them. Here, I can just go through them really fast. Um, and again, like this is still something that is left to interpretation, but because this is where it gets kind of messy. Love After You. Within the story of their relationship, that is dog. However, it can apply to bird if they find somebody else that they like after dog. Paper and Ink. Could apply to both of them. You Stab Me in My Sleep is a song from dog's perspective. My Love is Sick from both of their perspectives. St. Valentine's from dog's perspective or from her ex's perspective. Dog's ex perspective. Everything Changes in Time. Bird. Wine and Wheat. Dog. I Lose to You. Dog. Bird. Bird. Anything, anything, anything. Both of them. Dogbird. Dog. Staring at the Sun. Both of them. I Want to Be in Love Again. Both of them. At different times. Tell me you changed the lyrics to Springtime for Hitler. I did. Yeah. Okay, the thing is that about Yuji's lunchtime song, I didn't realize it at first. I just started going lunchtime for Yuji. Then I was thinking about it. I'm like, where is that from? Because I know, like, I did not make up this melody. I know for a fact that I did not. And then I fucking realized that it was Springtime for Hitler, which. Ooh, Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Watch out, Poland.
How do you deal with artist block? I guess it's a good question for both of us here. For me personally, I just step away from whatever I need to do, and then I do other things. I have other means of creative outlets. I also sew. I also oh my god, what else do? I do so much more. I don't know why I'm struggling to think of them now.
Wings of Fire. What is Wings of Fire? What animal? I know Guardians
Wings
of
of Fire?
Gahul. What animals? What animals? Wait, you said reading warrior to reading me. Hold on. Let me look this up. Wings of Fire. Oh shit, it's dragons! Woo! That's sick as fuck.
That's nice.
Is the lore as messy as Warriors because there's multiple authors? I have no clue.
Dragons.
Q for M. Have you ever considered making music for film, TV one day in the future? Okay, so that's an interesting thing about TV
Oh my
movies.
god, didn't you?
What?
I can't remember. Was it? I don't take insults lightly. Someone reached out to you about that. Didn't
Yes.
they?
And I think the fact that I haven't
I don't
heard
know if you
anything
can talk
back
about
means
that
it's
or
okay
not.
for me to say it, maybe. Because it literally didn't go through at all. They just like wanted it. They wanted like they asked about it, and then I guess they didn't go through with it. The thing about like sync stuff for film and TV is that it can work both ways. You can write something for something. So like a lot of the stuff from Arcane was written for Arcane. Like they reached out to a bunch of artists. I think like Girl in Red had a song for Caitlyn and Vi that people were like, this is the romantic passionate scene song, and it's like I can't remember the drums. But and it can also work the other way around where you can be reached out to about using it. An example of a show that uses that a lot is Love Island. Like the way that Love Island can find songs that are just hyper, like they are super niche but highly specific to whatever's happening. I was reached out to by someone who like represented, I can't remember if it was UK or US, but they're like, hey, can we have the TV version of I Don't Take Insults Lightly? Which, man, what's the TV version? I'm so glad you asked. The TV version of a song is basically the between of the full version and the instrumental, where there's no lead vocal, but there's still like backing vocals that are happening. So like we got all that prepped and then we never heard from them, so they might have just passed on it. But that would have been so fucking funny. Let me tell you, that would have been hilarious.
Would have been great. I would have started watching Love Island.
But listen, it would be so funny if I'm saying all of this and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it happened. And then like 2 weeks from now, I don't take I just shit myself.
No, that would be so. Oh my god! What if it was that new season that came out, bro?
I just like
oh my god.
I wake up, my partner's shaking me. Oh my fucking god! Check Twitter. Like something like that.
What if? Fuck! Now I gotta start watching it. Now I gotta see if your song's on there.
I mean, you can check with Randy.
That's
He's
my
been.
friend.
Okay, I didn't know this. Fucking, I didn't know that Love Island had episodes daily.
They do.
I didn't. Yes. There's an episode for every day. Like, I think they still film it months in advance, but there's a new episode.
They it every day.
I didn't know that. That is
Wow.
insanity to me. Because every episode
watch
represents
it,
a
so.
real-time day for the people.
I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Oh, bonkers.
Bonkers. Vidamp? I think that's how you say your name. 3358. Would you have any tips on making an animatic?
That's a you question.
Yeah. It depends. It really just depends. Are you planning? Is this like a if this is like a professional production, right? If you are planning to make this into something larger, or if this is for a client, I would 100% recommend you start with a storyboard, just so that you have something to kind of go off of. I did not make animatics for these music videos because I am already working on it by myself. I'm not working with other people. But also I just don't have the time to sit down and fully make an animatic, right? So I only have the storyboard to kind of work off of, and then I sketch everything out, and then I render from there, right? But if you wanted to make an animatic akin to the kind of stuff that I have on my channel, I would recommend you do a storyboard first, if this is for a client of some kind. If you're just doing it for fun, if you are just like doing this because you want to make something or you have some brain worms festering in your head, just go for it, man. Just start with the scene that you really, really want to make, and then if you can branch out from that, why not do that? Like, when I made my Lovely Night animatic, I had that whole scene in my head for the instrumental. I didn't even have the first part. I didn't even think about the first part. The whole dialogue portion of that whole thing, I didn't have that. I only had the visual for the actual instrumental. But I was like, well, I have the whole instrumental. I might as well do the beginning portion. And then I did that. I made the beginning portion and I put it all together. Some of you might know me for my Wish animatic. That got fully animated by a lovely animator here on YouTube called Friendso.
Yeah, it was so
really
cool.
incredible stuff, by the way. I was screaming my head off when I found out that they were working on it. But that one was truly a passion project. I kind of just had the whole visual in my head already, and I just went for it. I started from beginning to end. Like, it just depends on where you want to go. But best advice, if you have a visual, start from your visual, start from your inspiration, and then branch out from there if you can. If you are just doing it for fun, right? I would say even that works well even for storyboards. Right now I'm doing another music video for Mads here. Right after this one, I am starting from my point of inspiration, and I'm just working out from there. Because if you keep trying to find your way up to your inspiration, you're not going to see your inspiration on paper, and then what if you don't like it once it's actually on there, you know? Anyway, that's my advice from me to you. You can see more like processes on like my, actually, if you guys want, I have a concept without proof, like storyboards up on my Patreon completely for free. You could just go in there, join for free, and see all of my posts about that. There's some screenshots of Mads and I's conversations about concept without proof.
Did you choose like the like professional ones or the ones where we're dicking around?
Some professionals, some memes.
Oh god.
If you go to my Patreon right now, dude, you can see the very last one is of me being like, Mads, what do you feel about this change in the thing? Because I realized we can't see birds' wings in this outfit, and you're like, rip their shirt off, and I go, huh? I thought that was funny.
God, there's a crazy draft in this room. It sounds like the wind.
Crazy draft.
The wind sounds like people
man.
talking.
Whoa,
It's crazy.
Whoa. Where's the Patreon? I need it.
You gotta go check that draft, bro.
Dang. Let me go get it. I'll get it for you.
Oh, hi,
Am I
Dragonius.
allowed to post links in your page? I don't even know.
I think so. I don't think I have it able to block it. At least I don't think I do.
All right, well, I will send. Yeah, I'll just send
I
my
love
Patreon
Willwood.
general here. Copy link.
Wait, now I want to find this screenshot.
Oh, now you want to find it? It's on there. Yeah, okay. I sent the link in the chat there if you guys want to check that out. That's just my Patreon. Again, you can I have some paid content on there. But the storyboard stuff that I have for Concept Without Proof and Garden Party are completely free. So you guys could check that out.
I'm clicking as fast as I can. Going through this.
If you want, you could pull it up on the stream too. That's fine.
Is it the one with 26 images? I'm only seeing the storyboard.
If you scroll down, does it say paid content on there? It shouldn't be. There should be just
it's in the messaging. Okay.
It's in the actual text. Yeah, it's in the actual text.
Okay. Word.
Scroll all the way down. You can see that. It's the very last image on that.
I'm gonna read these. My only thing is that I don't want people seeing every single artist I follow on Patreon because I feel as though people are gonna tell me I have a problem, and maybe I do. What of it? I like art. Okay.
That's what? That's fair.
Dude, they ripped their shirt off. Oh, what? I crossed out the rip their shirt off. Oh my god.
Tiny Mini Sunny asks, how do you feel about fanfics/fan art of your characters? I'm honestly thinking of writing some one-shots for Dog and Bird, but I wanted to see your opinion first.
No, please do. I love them. If you want, make sure to mention the name Dogbird or like my name somewhere, because it happens like once every few months now, where either on stream or on my own, for the fun of it, I will look up the names of my songs and my name, mostly to see what kind of crazy fucking fics I can find. But also I will then find like other stuff that like warms my heart. And then I once again get flashbanged by like BTS Vampire Yaoi, and I'm like, oh my god.
Vampire Yaoi.
To be fair, it's not BTS anymore. It's Stray Kids and 80s.
Well, now hold on.
I don't know anything about that group.
Vampire Yaoi, you say? Hold on. Mads Buckley, Vampire.
You've seen these. You've been there for those streams. Why are you acting like this is some new thing? Do you have a favorite song or top 3? Like, that I've written or like of all time? Speaking of fics, the way I was listening to Sitting Pretty and the urge to write Fembyler. Okay, does Fembyler mean one of them is a girl or that both of them are girls? Especially following people on behalf of the people that can't follow the artists they want to on Patreon. Otaku Corner, it is one of the, if I had to put it, it's one of the most magical experiences. I don't know how else to, like, describe it. It feels like something sacred to me. God, Nini will fucking tell you this. I get so paranoid about, like, doing stuff online. I feel like at times, if it is something that I can benefit from, that means that there is nothing else to it. That just means I benefit from it and there's no positive to it. Mads, what do you mean by that? I have been told by my team for a while that I should start, like, showcasing fan art that people make because it really seems to bring me a lot of joy. Why not share that? And my first response is always, well, actually, that's exploiting them.
Yeah, Mads for some reason feels like sharing the wonderful work that her fan base makes her is somehow shafting them somehow not giving them credit.
It feels like something that is...
She feels as though she needs to pay hundreds of dollars out of her pocket just to feel like it's worth putting the stuff that the amazing, and it's not saying
that,
like
or
this stuff
it's one
isn't
of those
worth
things where I
being on
feel like
stream. It is.
it feels like I'm using this like sacred
Yeah.
exchange of art to like benefit myself, and I know that's not the case, but that's all I think about. And I think you've had to tell me repeatedly, it's like you have to remember that you have pure intentions.
Literally, I keep telling Mads that she is pure of heart and that it's fine and that people will understand that you just want to share the amazing stuff that people make. It's nothing more than that.
The amazing digital work.
Like, I wish, guys, I need you to vouch for me. Okay?
I wish I was like joking about this. By the way, this is legitimately.
I'm so serious. Mads and I have this conversation almost every 2 months. It's fine if she shows her fan art stuff on stream or just excitedly like talks about it or like makes stories about it. I have told her, look, BB No Money has been sharing, like, duetting fan arts on TikTok and stuff. And one, it gives amazing reach for that artist, and two, he's still promoting his music. Both of these things can coexist. It is not one thing. I keep telling her this. I need you guys to back me up, please.
I know this. I know this logically, and yet emotionally. Like my team has pitched to me like, oh, do you want to do like a fan art contest? Like other people have done like stuff where like, oh, you know, whoever makes the best like animation to this, and I'm like, no, because I'm not paying them for their work. It's like, man, shut the fuck up.
The contest stuff is a little different. The contest stuff is a little wishy-washy, just because people that aren't fans of your stuff will probably try to do it just for reach or for money, right? But like sharing your fans' works is a completely normal and fine thing to do.
I'm not embarrassed of anyone. I'm not trying to hide it. I just have this massive fucking guilt complex for no goddamn reason.
That's literally what it is, guys. So if you could just bully her into like showing the stuff that you make.
We live in a capitalist system and I view everything as exploitative. This is my problem. I have no mouth and I must scream. Well, alright. Being publicly shamed. Not really. You know what I mean.
I'm publicly shaming you.
Damn. I trusted you. I keep yawning. No.
It's okay. It's been a long day.
Goodness.
We've been talking for a bit too.
The person. That's fair.
There's another question here that I saw that I think I maybe have missed. Oh no, people are just talking about the dog Vic and like asking about it. Yeah. Oh, these storyboards are so clean. Hello. Generally, gosh, it's really good.
Do we have to pay you to make you share? No, that
so
feels worse.
Compared to any storyboard I made. Thank you so much. Name tag Naya. Do not, however, compare me to whatever storyboards you make. Storyboards are meant to be messy. Storyboards are meant to be thumbnails. Storyboards are meant to just show movement of any kind. So whatever storyboards you make, I'm sure it is absolutely lovely. It doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is how the movement feels and how the storyboard, the storytelling is done. There's so many storyboards out there that are just extremely messy. Have you seen Rebecca Sugar's storyboards? Guys.
True.
It's like 3 lines and a dream.
True.
Like, Jesus Christ.
So is there a hashtag where we can share fan art specifically? I haven't thought about that, honestly. If you want, honestly, a pretty good one to use just because it's already there. And I know that for some people when it comes to like art, it's at the end of the day, it's still not like the biggest thing. Just honestly using the hashtag Mads Buckley is probably fine. Like, or, I mean, adding me is always good. There's a part of me, the reason why I don't go by Mads and I go by Mads Buckley instead is because when I was in high school, I wanted to go by Mads online for like my artist name, and there's a DJ who already had that name, and I was really sad. And then I was like, I swear to God, I'm gonna find a way to be bigger than this DJ one day, just so my name comes up first, because she took my. It was such a stupid fucking thing. But now I do come up first.
Yeah.
I probably could have just named myself Mads. I was just very stupid at the time. But I'm trying to wonder
It's
if
okay. Now you have a cute little
I don't know if
MB for
Mads
your.
true. I don't know if Mads fan art would apply because I don't know if she does that. And I would not want to. I feel like it'd be very rude at this point to be like, and now I'm gonna overtake your fan art hashtag. This is rude. This is rude.
Love Rebecca Sugar. So do I. Rebecca Sugar's
Do you
the
guys just
goat.
collectively share the same hobby of stealing human beds and acting like they own them? I put my cat's bed on my bed and he sleeps in that every night. Probably because it's the kind of bed that has like a good heat absorption, so it can reflect heat back at him.
Ghost
He very much
Cutie asks, how many toga figures do you have? You're
There's
coming up on like.
There's a Nendroid, there's the Nendroid doll, there's the Figuarts one that I haven't opened. I haven't opened the Nendroid doll either. So that's 3. There's the first one I got at a convention. There's the one I got for my birthday, the other one I got for my birthday, the one I got for this birthday. There's the really expensive one that I got for my birthday, and the pop figure that a fan brought me. Yeah, if we're talking just figures, 9.
Oh man. The Big Ten. What are you gonna make your Big Ten?
I don't know. Another
Guys,
one of the
incredible
same
toga
one that
figure.
cost $300.
A little gift, a little treat. A little
Um,
treat for Miss Mads Buckley.
but I still want to find a way. I want to find a ball jointed doll that color matches this really badly. Still, I want to find one that color matches her skin tone. Which is hard to do. Not that there's not that it's hard to find a skin tone as pale, God forbid. Because a lot of these blind box dolls are China, so most of them are fucking paler than me. But like the specific like yellow skin tone, even like most Nendroids don't have it, which makes me a little sad.
Yeah, I got Mads into the blind box ball jointed doll stuff too.
You ruined me.
I got her into it.
I got this
I
one.
screwed it over.
Toga's head didn't fit on this one, and it made me sad because apparently this doll's from the same set that those 2 other characters in Sitting Pretty are from.
Yeah, the ones that I have, those are
Her
mine.
head, Toga's head doesn't fit on this body, which makes me really sad because I wanted her to be a little vampire so freaking bad. I think Kika Goods
It's
is
so
a fun
cute, isn't it?
website because I stalk that website waiting for the guaranteed dolls because I don't like gambling.
I recently
don't like gambling
bought a
with real
blind
stuff.
box that was on pre-order, so it's coming in
Which one did you
August,
buy?
maybe.
What?
It
Wait, which
was.
one?
I thought I showed you. I'll show you after stream.
Okay. But yes, this little vampire. It would have been so cute if Toga could fit, and then she doesn't. And then the wings are a part of her hair, which I didn't see in the pictures.
Shit, I might have to change the address that one is being shipped to because my family's moving out by the time
true.
it's gonna be getting here. Yeah, I'll go check. Oh god, I gotta change it. Okay, I gotta go check it out after stream anyway.
See you later, whoever's leaving. If 30, goddamn.
Bye.
If we're including plushies, now I only have 1 Toga plushie, right?
A singular toga plushie.
I think so. Yeah. But if
Not
not,
a
9.
little bean looking one, right?
Yeah, that like you can like stack them with other ones.
Yeah.
But but how much of your inspiration comes from just imagination and what comes from personal experience? Depends on the song. I enjoy the freedom of not being a writer that has everything be like a diary entry. There's a better way to phrase that. What do they call that? Like confessional songwriting, where like everything is meant to be like about your life. I enjoy the freedom of like not always being that, because I think there are plenty of very interesting stories to tell that aren't just about my life. That being said, I feel like every song I have written is related to me in one way or another, even if it's not about me. Like Dogbird, that song is not about me. I have not witnessed this kind of relationship dynamic, but it was a relationship dynamic I was terrified of. And my feelings about that became Dogbird. Some of the songs on My Love Is Sick were very much just me being like, I've got a crush and this fucking sucks. I gotta fucking...
Oh yeah, you and your partner got together shortly before the full release of that, right?
Yeah, I was really hoping not to say a goddamn thing about it until the end, and I just fucking couldn't. It felt wrong at a certain
And then
point.
it all just fell out. Yeah.
I think about talking made me start to think of Garden Party. Dead people. Don't
Dead
let your husband stop you from finding your wife. Kill him.
Dude, the Spirit Virus asks, "Do you accept fan gifts at concerts?"
Buckley, I consent to art display. It's fucking hilarious. Probably something shorter than that, but that's very funny. But yeah, I have a special box in my room that's like just a collection of all the little gifts, and I hold them very close to me. Or some of the crochet ones that I've gotten, I use as like decoration around my office. Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh no, I used it in a video recently. There's a little like crochet dog that somebody got me that somebody made that was really really cute. I know that I don't know if she's here right now, but one of my mods, Toodles, brought me do you remember a fucking crocheted Sandshrew and Maractus? And those are literally, Josh thought those were so cool. They sit on our mantle downstairs. That's just like prime viewing. Shikadeer. Why do I know what a shikadeer is? What's a shikadeer?
Shikadeer?
Oh, shikadeer's the one in Japan that you can feed the crackers to.
Yes, they are.
For a long time, your music has generally helped me grow emotionally. Oh, I'm so glad. That's all I could hope for. Thanks, Ghost. Have you heard of Adele? Thank you. I've been singing for a very long time, but how do I put this? The way I was about to phrase that was about to be not the way I wanted it to be phrased. I thank you. I am also someone who is firmly of the belief that anyone can sing. Unless you are legitimately, like, biologically tone deaf and cannot differentiate pitches from one another no matter how much you practice, everyone can sing. It is a thing.
Anybody can cook.
Anyone can cook. Anyone from anywhere can make it if they get a lucky break.
I didn't answer someone from earlier. Now the question got beamed back into my head. Yes, I have a Tumblr. For anyone who asked that, I do have a Tumblr. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, Instagram. I am on Blue Sky. I have a Patreon. I'm everywhere. Google me. Yep. I'm on Google. Google me. My name doesn't exist anywhere else. It is mine.
What are perler charms? Look that up.
I have no idea what those are.
Okay,
the Water
cool.
11, congratulations.
Oh yeah! Yippee!
Congrats.
Vesperium, I have no idea how much custom Funkos cost, but looking at those perler charms, they look much more financially affordable. So, if you're gonna make either of those, I would love that, because, again, people can spend their own money. That's their choice. I am also just someone who, I think, holy crap, I think someone on Twitch once donated, like, a crap ton of subs, and I was like, did you mean to do that? Do we need to figure out something financially? Are you okay? He's like, I'm fine, dude. He's like, I work in finance and want to throw my money at something. I was like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that? Insta handles at Orbital Moonrat everywhere.
Everywhere.
Drop your name in the chat, Nini. Do it. Comment.
What? Oh.
Comment, like, and subscribe. Smash that like button, chat.
There you go. I commented. Hi, I'm Nini. That's what I said in there. That's me.
We need a Mads Buckley Funko? Please no. Please no. I'd be so boxy. I will say, this is not me being like, oh, I think, like, I'm famous enough for, like, XYZ. I think YouTube's will be funny simply because I am someone who squints my eyes so much when I smile that it's not even gonna look like it's a YouTube. It'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Mads Buckley, show my art or you're gay. That's, you walked yourself into that one, Jurassic. That was your first, yeah, it was so many. I was like, what the? I thought my squish. Isn't that someone you want to be friends with, right? Is that what a squish is?
Yes.
Your favorite number. Oh, that's cute. Dogbird Funkos when? when I sell out, I will not be telling anyone, but there will be signs. I don't know. I don't know if Funko Pop's changed how they do stuff ever. Can 3D model a dog and bird Fanko? Is a Fanko when it's like a Funko Pop but for fan, but fan made? I specifically show us your art. Straight. Fuck. Shit. Any musical theater song you headcanon for Dogbird? Oh, there's so many. In a world where they try dating again, what's the song? Oh, First Date Last Night from Dogfight. It's such a good song. Hold on. And it's about like a very awkward dating experience after it's very awkward because one of them hurt the other really badly and they're getting a second chance. Street lamp dim glow, lights a blanket night like summer snow. Well, let it pour, just cover up whatever came before. Dude, sea breeze whips through. It makes you do some shit you'd never do. Talking queer, why the hell are you still... Okay, maybe not the first verse. We go bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum. Don't know why I decided to come. Don't know why I decided to come. Meet me halfway. A touch and go of don't know what to say. Do we talk? What? Huh? Don't expect too much. Just walk. It's so good. It's very good. I love Dogfight. It's very good. I wish Pasek and Paul continued to make musicals as good as Dogfight. Dog and Bird is Orpheus and Eurydice. Ah!
Oh my god.
Ah!
Do I have to draw that now?
Wedding song. Fucking wedding song. I'm gonna go crazy. I did an autism and wrote some lyrics for Dog and Bird based off saying, "Aw." I don't know if you noticed, but Loki, or similar, like you look like. Wait, I don't know if you noticed, but Loki, you have a very similar like look to you to Bird in a way. IDK how to describe. You know, fair enough. I think Bird is more fashionable than me, but I do tend to lean towards
No, Mads,
more
you're not
androgynous
seeing it.
fashion.
You're Asian.
Oh fuck. My people. No. Wait, so how appropriate is
There's
the musical
context to this
yeah.
joke. There's context.
I will give that context in a second. I used a Dogfight song for the Human Do You stream. Yeah. Hearing Mad sings. Thanks. Yeah, a simple binary and a complex phrase is the name of the album. I messed up and approved the version of the name without the article in front of it. So it is a simple binary and a complex phrase. It's my bad. Wait, what'd you secretly say?
Chris in the chat.
Was the dog actually married the dude in Sitting Pretty? If you look at the ending, her ring is in this position on the left hand. She's missing there isn't a crown on her Claudia, but it's in this position, which is engaged. Oh, I'm stuck on that finger because I don't wear it there. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll just fix that later. I'm just going to try to fix it now, actually, because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
Uh-oh. Yeah, she is engaged. She is not married. Still a chance to break it off. That's Chris in the chat. She's buddies. Get her. There's context to the.
So when I was in middle school, so picture this: my social studies teacher has left the room for a few minutes. I am sitting at my desk. I am doodling. I'm doing my little thing, and the kid next to me, Sergio, is like, "Hey, like, are you drawing those like Chinese cartoons?" And I'm in middle school. I get bullied. I'm not about to have a conversation about like, actually. So I say, I mean, yeah, I guess. And then this kid goes, "Oh my God, I knew it. You're Asian." And then I go, "What?" He's like, no, I just knew it. I was like, I'm not Asian. He's like, no, sure you are. And I'm like, how am I Asian? Both of my parents are white. You could have been adopted. My mom has C-section scars. That could have just been your brother. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. I think one of the other things he tried was like, okay, sure, like, what's your favorite kind of cuisine? I'm like, I like Chinese food. He's like, see? And I'm like, that is not related to the... And other kids hear this and start leaning in. And apparently, it comes to my... Some kids are probably doing it for the bit, but, like, everyone from my elementary school is like, she's not Asian. Are you... What? And then people who did not go to elementary school with me are like, she's Asian. And then my fucking social studies teacher comes back and he goes, what are we doing in here? What is going on? And I can't remember if somebody told him what was going on, but I think his solution to it was like, no, we're not talking about this. We're getting back to the Civil War.
Let's talk about the American Civil War, guys.
That shit has driven me crazy. Like, as a joke, it didn't drive me crazy. I think it's so fucking funny. Because I still, every now and then, I'm like, how? How do you think that? I don't... Like, I have extra skin on my eyelids, but, like, that doesn't mean anything. That's not a monolid.
That is not a monolid. It is a, oh my god, what is the
epicanthal
thing?
fold?
Epicanthal, or if it's, or, like, I think so, yeah. I can't remember now, actually.
Or no, epicanthal fold might just be...
I think that is just the monolid, isn't it? But you do have no eyelid. I think it's the, you know, it's this other thing that, like, white people have.
Whatever
like,
it is, yeah. I've got extra skin up here, so occasionally, it also makes my eyes look a little uneven sometimes, but, I'm so sorry, Arena. I get bullied for like an anime. So yeah, me too. Well, not anymore. Thank God.
Emotions devastated. I'm glad you had a wonderfully, horribly bad time.
The time my sister asked if I was drawing that Japanese cartoon stuff, it was an indie short film character.
That's crazy.
R/suddenly
Asian. That's so funny.
Listen, I think it was one of our friends who made the joke once of like, hey guys, I'm gonna join r/RCTA, like race change to Asian. Mads, can you be my face claim?
Mads, can you be my face claim?
Oh my god. Don't ever get into that, kids. Now. Do not ever get into that. Oh my god. That's not a thing. Please don't.
My friend who's my BFF since the day before kindergarten started to think I was half Korean. I fear no. Someone in my family is, but she's not blood related and also more distantly family wise, you know?
One of my friends from high school online would get confused for Korean. In all of their defense, she is very Polish, but her last name is Park.
You know?
So...
yeah, gotta do it.
She just, like, the second you see a photo of her, you're like, ain't no way in hell. But if you only see a username, like, I was like, you know, I understand. Just came from watching your newest music video. I'm so sorry. I was also called Asian in middle school. I'm a white... I don't know what's up with... Okay. For people, there's probably only there's one other person, maybe somebody else in the chat. I feel like this is more so based in, like, one, maybe it was like an elaborate prank that I never picked up on, but if it was an elaborate prank, half of the classroom was also getting pranked. Secondly, I lived in a very predominantly white community growing up. And I feel like that's where that kind of idiocy happens, you know?
It'd be like that.
It's like, oh my god, I think you're 2 pixels darker than me. You black? Like, that's the stupidest shit. No, Rini, I've told you about this. Like, white people on white people racism goes crazy. It's so funny.
You showed me, I think you showed me, like, a family member or a family friend at one point. You went, Nini, what race do you think this girl is? And I go, she's white. You go, that's what I've been saying. Everyone thinks she's Hispanic or something like that.
Oh, so many of my, like, Italian cousins get mistaken for, like, it's not so much anymore because we've become more multicultural a bit as a culture. But when I was growing up, oh my god, they'd be called Mexican all the fucking time. It was like, what? Huh?
Step 7-3 asks, Mads and Nini, sorry if this question has already been asked, but about how much time has passed between the breakup in Dogbird and the events of Sitting Pretty?
I think the consensus is like between 1.5 years and 2 years. I'm feeling very much now. My mother got is. I was gonna ask you too. I went to one of my friends' weddings very recently where I met up with one of my friends, Danielle. She's awesome. She makes musicals in New York, if you're ever interested. But I remember one time she was drunk. We were watching like all of Yona of the Dawn in one sitting, and I mentioned something, and she goes, and it was funny, I learned at this wedding, she did not remember this because she was drunk. She was like, "Wait, you're not Jewish?" I was like, "What?" She'd known me for 2 years. The conversation went, "Yeah, but like your hair is dark and curly. I'm Irish, but your name is Irish, but your nose. I can't fight you on that one, but like that's not my place to fight you on, but like
Still Irish.
That shit was so funny." Which also, sorry, that came up because when we were at the wedding and they were talking, apparently, because Danielle lives in New York, some dude catcalled her by calling her the White Zendaya, which is so funny.
What?
Like, "Hey, White Zendaya, how you doing?"
Oh my god.
Dude, humanity never change. Yeah, so many people who are half Asian, people make the joke that like, oh my god, it's something like the certain ethnicities like get mistaken for each other just by being on opposite sides of the fucking world. Isn't humanity awesome, guys? It's so cool that we are all together here on this earth in this time, all with like differing life experiences. And it sucks that some people take that as like a really bad thing, but I think it's fucking awesome. I think the spice of life is how do I put this? Being comfortable with being humbled around a group of people with a different life experience than you, because one, it's so much funnier that way, and two, you just get to learn more stuff. I don't know, man. I grew up in a community where people were like, "Oh my god, like I don't get why it's bad to say that like black people are naturally better at sports," or people who would be like, "I don't get how they can see me as like a good white person." In the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know, man, just like let people make fun of you and don't get defensive about it. Like, have humility. I don't fucking know, man.
Being a model minority is a good thing.
I have not watched Oshinoko. AKA here learning I'm not when we were in freshman year in high school. She knew me for I'm Venezuelan and everyone just calls me Mexican. Damn. Yeah. USA. Everything bohemian way too far back. Yeah, my friend Sophia, she would get called, which is stupid because again, it's white people on white people racism. She has like olive toned skin when she tans, and she's Polish. She's ridiculously Polish. She get mistaken for fucking Hispanic. And it's like, what are we doing, guys? What? You need to meet other people. Like, it is not an inherently bad thing to be one race or another, but when you're being mistaken for a race that you are not, that is the fault of the other person, not talking to anybody outside of their ethnicity ever.
Agent Oralis asks, is driver's seat canon to Dog's POV of the story? I'm curious since the lyric video, I believe, has Dog in the car in the video.
Yeah, I say it's canon.
I guess I saw this in some other follow-up questions. What time would a driver's seat taken? I think I saw someone say that they had canon that scene to be right after the breakup, or like when she's moving back.
Yeah, that was my thought, is it's her kind of dismantling, just because she's ready to dismantle the like aggression issues does not mean she's ready to dismantle the rest of them. She's like, I've learned to find inner peace and not scream, and now to bottle up my emotions even more. Everything is fine. Mom said I'm a Heinz 57. I used to tan. I know I straight burn now. I used up all that melanin when I was a kid, bro. It's gone.
Kayla loves MHA compliments, says, hi Mads, I love your music.
MHA.
I recommended you to so many of my friends.
Aww,
and Rose Official 908 says, Mads, I'm going to be honest, you've inspired me to write my own stories.
Yay! Okay, when I first started working with my label, they have like an intake sheet, right? And they were asking like, oh, you know, like, what's your artist name? What would you say like your vibe is? What does your costume look? I don't know. But one of the questions is like, what is your artist mission? Like, what do you want to do by making art? And I was thinking about it because, for some of the questions, they're like, do you have any specific goals? And I was like, I guess if it's a financial goal, I want to be able to support me and my partner. But, like, I don't know. When it came to, like, artist missions, the one that I realized and then, like, wrote down was, like, I want to inspire more art in the world. So hearing that, that's a happy
Thing in the
squawk.
world. It is truly the best thing in the world.
Do Dog and Bird have canon
Do
Myers-Briggs?
Yeah. Myers-Briggs personality types.
That'd be
You should go take. Yeah.
That'd be a really funny thing to do. The amount of random OC lore that will come out of that. I'll walk out of there being like, guys, Bird, not lactose intolerant. Blue cheese makes them shit their pants or something.
As a Southeast Asian person, I can confirm.
That only blue cheese makes you poop your pants?
No, I don't eat blue cheese. I hate blue cheese. It's not even that it like does anything to me. I just don't like the way it tastes. Mr. Virus says, Matthew made me realize I'm trans/gender fluid.
Ah!
Nice. Is the My Love is Sick album in chronological order?
No.
Asked by Mobitrix.
No, it is not. I put it in the order that I felt worked best for like an emotional experience as someone who is watching it, listening to it. But a lot of the songs don't have like a time that they take place in. A lot of them are like brackets of time on the timeline, if that makes sense. Like anything, any point the relationship is at a really high point. Or I Want to Be in Love Again happens either at the beginning with Dog being ready to be in a relationship again, or at the end with Bird being ready to be in a relationship again after everything that happened to them. Hopefully that makes sense. How you're farting with a thumbs up. Dude, that'd be a wicked fart. You kidding me? Oh my god. Someone get me on Guinness. Another artist, there is no way except for practice. True. Wait, what is that in response to? Any magical way to get better at guitar? Yeah, no, it's practicing. It's practicing. And I say this as someone who doesn't practice guitar enough because the last time I played guitar properly was probably 2 weeks ago, and being on stream, my fingers were hurting because your calluses can fade. So you want to keep practicing to build up those calluses, because I've had my fingers bleed before from playing guitar because I had to like do a whole set and I hadn't played in a while. The practice is good. It sucks, but it's good. What's the best advice you can use about being in a lesbian relationship? I don't think I can give good advice. I've only been in one, and like it's worked out very well, but that's because we're both little weirdos. So we are both little weirdos who well, maybe not both of us. My partner is willing to deal with my like, hey, can we talk about this conversation in like a breakdown logical way of like how relationships work, and pulling out my self-defense textbook, slamming it down. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Would you consider touring internationally? I would love to. It just takes more logistics than touring nationally. That's the word.
Disaster Cat 773 asks, Bird is canonically from California. Does Dog canonically have a hometown or a canon city where she and Bird lived?
No clue, honestly. If I had to do it, like potentially in the Northeast somewhere where there's a lot of homophobia, or in the Midwest where there's a lot of homophobia. One of the two, because that stuff is not just in one section of the country. That's a fun fact that's important to learn for just current world events. The South is not a monolith. No place is a monolith. If you drive 3 hours out from Chicago, you will find people who vehemently like really hateful things. No place is a monolith. People be surprised that Californians have Republicans, but just because no one's a monolith. Pennsylvania in the middle.
As progressive as California is, as someone who lives in it, there are huge pockets of California that are extremely Republican.
You're gonna cosplay Bird? Tag me in it if you ever post it. Midwest mention. I'm from the Midwest. Dog is from Ohio.
QQ Nemesis says, between dog and bird, who's more likely to get really embarrassed? Who's more likely to get a really embarrassing dare from the other and be forever haunted by said dare?
Oh, it depends on what the dare is. Cause I feel like dog is the type to ask something that is definitively a little too far and then really regret it afterwards. But bird is the type to ask a dare that they don't think is that bad, but it's really embarrassing for dog in particular. And then it's like, oh wait, no, honey, I'm so sorry. And dog's just like, ah! If that makes sense. So if it's like actually like everyone in the friend group is like, why did you ask them to do that? Dog would have given that dare. If it's like, oh, come on, you're okay, and everyone's of that consensus, bird gave that dare. More like motifs that repeat throughout relationships instead of specific singular moments. Yes, exactly, Jurassic. Especially because, like, you know, Dogbird itself, that song takes place over, like, several different portions of their relationship, but it is still... I put that song in a specific point in the timeline because it contains the breaking point, if that makes sense. So when I put it in the timeline, I am representing the breaking point. Will a simple binary complex phrase come out on vinyl? Yes. Bert, I dare you to kiss me, but yeah, something like that. One of my neighbors is LGBTQ and right next to them is another neighbor who's a big...
Yeah. They be like that. My entire street here is extremely open and progressive, but then literally when you turn around the corner, someone's got a big old stand that says homosexuality is a sin. So yeah.
Above the fruited play. By all means, continue about your homophobic neighbors.
What's your best advice when writing lore? By Rose Official 908. And Xena Warrior Princess 4411 says, OMG, I can't believe you're having a live stream. Sunset on Somerville is my favorite song ever. Sunset on Somerville, not the album, but the song.
Okay,
favorite song ever.
Favorite song ever.
Very sweet. No. OMG, I can't believe you're having a live stream. Sunset on Somerville is my favorite song.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Okay, advice when writing lore. I think that is kind of another thing where it's like, just write it down, you can make it good later. When it comes, it also depends on the lore.
Dogbird lore is being written. As we speak, Dogbird lore and story is still in works.
Yeah. Living outside Nashville? Yeah. It's so fun. It's also fun knowing that, I mean, it's not even that it's becoming. Nashville is now, like, the whole joke about, like, Nash Vegas. It's, Nashville is a blue city. Not everyone who visits is.
How do you get courage to post art/songs online? I need practice working up courage.
Ooh. Yeah, that one took me a long time.
That is a difficult question to answer.
Yeah. Actually, because my start was a little weird, so what say you?
I started posting my art online when I was extremely young, and my intentions with it was simply to share. I wasn't expecting any of attention. I just wanted a place to archive my stuff, right? And I think when I started posting intentionally for like engagement or for people to see, at that point it came from the courage is not exactly what drove me to it. Rather, I'm sharing something that I love and it inspires others. What you make will also inspire others, I guess, or something along those lines. I think at some point it became a thing where it was like, well, I'm not just like, my art isn't, it is mine, right? But it's not just my own anymore. It's for the world to see. And at some point it will get to that. For me, it was my starting point was just I wanted to share, and that was it. I think the courage comes from understanding that you're not looking for anything in particular back from posting.
For me, I initially got my start posting, besides like just being a high schooler and like posting about my life occasionally, from a songwriting competition for like this webtoon artist that I really liked that fell through, but it gave me I don't know if a push is the right word, because normally when you're posting just for yourself or your family and friends, like you're not really looking at least from what I remember when I was a kid, I'm not looking at like how many likes something got and like comparing things to each other. It's like, oh yeah, I just showed this thing to people. But I posted something, and this was when Instagram was starting to have a thing where it would like send it to other people who don't follow you. And I was like, wow, this post got like 5,000 views. That's like so cool. Maybe I keep doing this. And then I didn't do that for several months. Until I got the urge to write Fuyu no Hanashi, and I was like, okay, nobody's gonna fucking see this. And then people saw it. I think it's one of those things where because we live in the age of TikTok. So it's one of those things where you never want to expect to blow up, but you almost need like a sliver of a backup plan just in case. And not in a like, oh my god, this is amazing way, in a oh fuck, what now? I think it is one of those things where like just do it. If it's art and it's something you're passionate about, just share it with the world. Like, well, what's the worst that'll happen? Nobody sees it. Okay, you can post it again because nobody saw it. There you go.
The worst that'll happen is people making a cringe compilation of your stuff. That is probably the worst thing that
it
could
has to be
happen.
big enough to do that first, though.
It has to be big enough to do that. Yeah, you're absolutely
So
correct.
you're safe from that in the beginning. And even if it is, most actually
Not
rational
to say that,
people will be like, that's still cool.
Yeah, a lot of, as scary as the internet is, there's so much more wonderful people out there than there are mean. The internet will very often hype up and magnify the negativity that people surround passion and creativity around. I mean, we think back on like old films and stuff like High School Musical, for example, where they literally shamed Sharpay for being talented and passionate about being on stage.
I love the fact that like so many people forget that like she's also meant to be a loser at their high school. She's just the queen bee of theater. That's it.
She's just the queen bee of theater. Like, that's all she is.
You guys are so nice.
She's a diva.
But dropped my pen. What was I gonna say? Given some of this advice is definitely skewed from the fact that like Nini and I have careers that are also based in the internet. If you're doing it for fun, do it for fun. If something like is seen by a lot of people, that's super cool. The one thing I will say, do not immediately sell your soul to it. Holy fuck. As someone who did that, and I was not ready for it, and I burnt out way too fast.
Or say that you do.
Make it fun for you.
Yeah. Say that you want to do that. Still remember the joy that came from creation. And you will hit roadblocks, right? Even before posting,
I really
even
thought you
before
said
blowing up.
Roblox
If you
first.
do.
I was like, what?
Roadblocks.
Oof.
Robux. As all artists do. Don't let that discourage you ever. Just keep doing what you love doing. We're all human here. All we have left is creativity, right?
Kid. If you could live as either a dog or bird for a day, then who would you rather choose? I don't think it's wise to ask the white person if they'd rather be a white person or a Asian person for a day.
I don't think I want to be in either position. I'll be so honest. I'd rather, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'd rather do. Do I have to choose? Because I'd rather not be either.
I want to be... You know what? I want to be one of the characters that Megan drew. I want to be that beefy blonde dude for a day. I want to see what it's like to be that fucking tall. Or I want to be that little androgynous bean that's also their friend. One of those two.
You're so right. One of those
with
ones.
a little bowl cut going on.
Yeah. One of those ones. Can I be that one?
I want to witness the mess and not be a part of it.
What about I be the bird that flies off the branch in both of those music videos?
You got a great point. Oh, that's cool, Ghost. Make sure to tag me. Oh right, I never answered the favorite song one. God, if I had to name one favorite song, and I will not be able to. I can listen to Angelia by, oh my God, what's his name? Memories of you and me tumbled inside my head. Richard Marx. Or John Mayer's version of Free Fallin'. God,
Are you telling me that it's not Creed? Take me higher. Take you higher. It's not Creed higher. Can you take me higher?
You know, that one's the meme, but I think I like listening to With Arms Wide Open more, actually. With arms wide open, under the sunlight, welcome to this place.
Do you have a plan of where Dog and Bird stories are going, or is it more of just going song by song and letting the story go where it goes?
To quote our regrettable Presidente, I have concepts of a plan.
Concepts of a plan.
And I mean that in a derogatory way towards El Presidente.
Oh my God.
What is your favorite blade of grade? What?
Blade of grade?
No, tell us, Miles, would you want to be disadvantaged? Would you want to be disadvantaged just because you're gay, or disadvantaged because you're gay and a minority? I run with scissors. I do not know what your autism words are. So asking me that out the gate gives me no context.
Who were the ones graduating in the back of the picture in the Dogbird music video?
Those were designed by Megan Knight. I have no idea. They might be original characters of hers. But they were simply like, she showed me the sketch and I was like, that looks cool. And then she made the characters and I was like, that's cool. Unlike Dog and Bird, those like a lot of the characters in the background besides Dog and Bird did not go through like design phases. She has a concept without proof. Yes, true.
Just talking about concept without proof.
Oh, if you would be a blade of grass.
Probably 346 on the lawn right there. That would be me.
That's really early on in the lawn, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd go for a solid like 2 million. Blade number 2 million. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
I feel like I'm like relatively safe from like dogs peeing on me. So.
Yeah, you know, you make a good point there. You make a really good point.
Yeah. Flavor of grass? None. My cat's got several though.
Flavor.
If he could talk, I'm sure he'd be yapping about how much grass he loves, because he loves eating it. He's a cow.
He'd be a grass connoisseur. He'd like go out there and do a little.
You know, he does.
Yeah,
he doesn't go immediately for any strand of grass, especially now that our lawn is not just like the big stalks. It's big stalks and a bunch of smaller grass because weeds. He'll only go for specific ones, so I'm guessing.
I'm telling you, get him some cat grass. What software do you use for the music videos? For me, I use Clip Studio Paint to do all of the illustration, to do all the rendering. Recently, for Sitting Pretty, I did do all the composition in Sony Vegas Pro. I think I use 20 now instead of 15. I used to use 15.
What is your favorite anime other than MHA? Plot twist. MHA is not my favorite anime. Unless you meant just in case. If it was MHA, did not say MHA. I like Baccano the best. Baccano and Full Metal Alchemist are up there for me. And I know the Full Metal Alchemist is a basic one, but I mean O3 and Brotherhood. People push O3 to the side, and it makes me fucking sad. But I love Baccano. I will say, I watched Baccano way too young. If you are... I would say you should not be watching that show until you're in high school, at the very least. It is violent. It is a short show that has 3 storylines taking place. Like, you're being told the storylines at the same time, but they take place in 3 different years in New York in 1929, 1930, 1931. 1929 has to do with a gang war while I think they're in Manhattan or somewhere in New York, while simultaneously some dude who is way older than he should be is like trying to perfect an elixir of immortality. 1930 has to deal with a 3-way train robbery on the cross-continental flying pussyfoot. That is the name of the train. I'm not kidding. And then 1931 is a girl named Eve Genoward who is looking for her brother, and you see what happens to him in the 1929 storyline. Anyways, you should really watch Baccano if you're old enough. Again, very violent. You see a child die in the first 10 minutes, and I'm not joking. It's very good show. So it's a really good show. Fullmetal Alchemist is also very good. Just want to let you know your songs have to continue to help me through a lot. I say this always. I'm sorry that you were late. I'm very glad that it helped. I can totally spell that for you. Baccano, as I think it means chaos in Italian? Something like that. What? Hold on. Let me just... Wait.
Have you seen
Rowdiness.
Freerun?
Yes!
Yes.
Watch
I'll
Freerun!
answer that as well,
Freerun's
'cause I
so
love
good!
Freerun.
Please watch Freerun! Favorite flavor of paper? I have not eaten paper either. Well, no, that's a lie. I've eaten wax. What? No, not wax paper. What's the
Can I
paper they
just
wrap your
say,
sandwiches in? I've eaten that a lot on accident.
I think that's just called. Oh God, I can't remember.
Pika?
But I don't know.
Pika's when you eat things that
I
you're not
used
supposed to.
I
Give
used
you
to
no
chew
nutritional value.
I used to chew line paper back in K-12 because I wasn't able to chew gum, so I chewed line paper.
Fair enough.
I like the ink from the line paper.
You
It was
like
really
the
bad.
ink? You liked
It
the
tasted
ink?
It tasted good.
What did it taste like?
I don't know, paper. Look, my line paper enthusiasts in the chat.
Bruh.
Matt's learning a new fact about me today.
Brother. Was it recycled or fresh paper? I gotta know. Was it pristine and white, or was it yellow with some specks from recycling?
It was fresh. Why would I ever take the gross recycled one?
Oh yeah, I don't know, because it might have fucking ink in it! Yeah, God forbid you have the recycled paper!
Well, yeah, like the blue and the red, you know? And I used to, I used to chew on it, because I wasn't allowed to chew on gum, so I would chew on the paper.
How is the fiber
asked what
content?
my favorite flavor of paper. Listen, that's probably why my fiber intake is so good, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Someone in chat asked about favorite flavor of paper, and I just wanted to answer honestly.
Also, the water, please make dog and bird on your Tomodachi Island. I've been hearing updates from other people who have them on their island. I think it's so funny. Every Miku is canon. Every dog bird Tomodachi life is canon in the metaverse.
Exactly. And every interpretation of the Sunset on Somerville characters is also canon.
Ugh. Also, I will say, it is getting to be 2.5 hours, and I still need to eat some food. I need to eat some lunch. It has been an absolute pleasure. This has been very fun. I have not streamed on YouTube before. You can't raid people on YouTube, right?
Nope.
I have been wondering if simul streaming might just be a good thing to do, but we'll see. It has been favorite flavor. I'm done. And with that, it has been
favorite flavor. Hold on, what was it? Deodorant? I can't answer that. I'm sorry. My lawyers have advised me not to speak on this topic.
It has been a pleasure streaming for you, Nini. It's been a pleasure having you here to also answer questions. I'm now realizing I forgot to post on YouTube Shorts. I will deal with that later. Whatever. Have a very nice weekend. Have a very nice upcoming week. I'm going to be on break. I mean, I'll still be posting because I had to prep stuff ahead of time, but I will be offline mostly. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Thank you so much for enjoying the Sitting Pretty MV. And I am going to go to the ending screen because I don't know how the cutoff system works. So I'm just going to head to my We're just gonna let this sit for 30 seconds. See ya!
Thank you, everyone.
Da, 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 da,
Bye.
da, da, da.